So recently in the grapevine, I have noticed these images floating around from the Nintendo Museum of a large mural depicting all sorts of characters. Like there's a ton of them on there. A lot of people have been like spotting their favorites and seeing who's on the mural, and it's been really cute. I wanted to take it a step further and just make a whole video on it. In a moment, I'm gonna put the mural up and I'm gonna try and identify where each character comes from. Even more specifically, if I can, try and find like the exact image or the exact render. This is silly. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm actually excited. Here we go. I'm gonna start at like top left and just sort of like go from row to row. Immediately, I am stumped. Oh no. Let's enhance. Oh no, I know who it is. It's Super Punch-Out. Bald Bull, Mr. Sandman, and Super Macho Man. Okay, next one, that's a lot easier. That's a Metroid. I'm very certain it's that image. This is from Metroid Zero Mission. That's Bowser Jr. This render appeared for the first time in Super Mario Galaxy, and I feel like I've seen it in like so many more like Mario parties and like kart games. Next, we have a lineup of like all of the different types of Pikmin and Ochi. Clearly Pikmin 4. Ironically, the Pikmin image and the Ochi image are two different images, but they work really well together. Next is an interesting one. That's a Luma. That's not a Hungry Luma. That's one of like the shop Lumas. Luma Lee. Oh, they have a name. Luma Lee, Luma Bob. Welcome to the Luma shop. Okay, there he is. Luma Lee, Luma Bob. We're 5 in and we already have 2 Mario Galaxy representations. So Luma Lee is apparently the name of the Luma that was the like, we're all gonna die Luma from the Mario movie. Okay, Meta Knight. If I had to, oh, I found it. This Meta Knight render comes from Kirby Star Allies. Peach? Is that NES Peach? It's not like Pauline, right? The Pauline didn't look like that. No. That's not what Peach looks like. Is it Zelda? Yes, that's Zelda from NES. Speaking of Zelda, I can already feel his reticle on me. It is a Guardian from Breath of the Wild. Now, of course, next we have the Squid Sisters, rocking their original Splatoon 1 outfits. There they are. And of course, Waluigi. But which Waluigi? I like clicked to the image and it froze my browser. That's the power of Waluigi. This here is the render and it comes from Super Mario Party. I know that image. That is Metal Mario. It's like in-game Metal Mario. It's like not artwork of Metal Mario. It's like how he actually appears in the game. I did in fact find the image. Here it is. It specifically says render of Metal Mario in Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Donkey Kong. I think it's Mario versus Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. I love how big the bag is. All right, we get our first like larger image, which they seem to have like a hierarchy. That there is Fox McCloud. It's not Star Fox like SNES because they all had that like really weird like hyper realistic look. Oh, it's got to be Star Fox 2. It is Fox from Star Fox 2. This is really nice artwork of the guy. Okay, that's Wario's nose. Is it from the first one? Is it Mega Micro Games? Is it Twisted? WarioWare. You can just give me all the cover arts. Let me look at them. Most of these artworks have Wario either looking to the side or reacting to something. It's like kind of blue. We got our like first major challenge point, and I didn't think it was gonna be Wario's nose. Wario. It's absolutely this one. And it says Mega Micro Games, so I'm calling this as Mega Micro Games. Okay, that one's way easier. Super Mario 3D Land. Tanuki Mario. Easy as pie. Is that the first time Mario has shown up? The most default looking Toad I've ever seen in my life. He's waving. He's standing up. It's this Toad. This Toad comes from Mario Party 6. Those are some Shy Guy. And judging by their art style, they are Yoshi's Island Shy Guy. This artwork of red, yellow, and green Shy Guy come from Yoshi's New Island, which is just funny. Okay, Spike. He looks really small, like proportion-wise. I'm getting new Super Mario vibes. And I was right to think so. It is Spike from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And oh man, who's that handsome devil? It's Donkey Kong. from Donkey Kong. I mean, that smile definitely deserves to be on the wall. Donkey Kong is a pretty important game. Slippy Toad. It looks like N64 Slippy Toad. Or maybe 3DS Remake? Where is this Slippy? Oh, neither the main artworks I'm finding for 64 or 3DS are him leaning over a barrel or whatever he's doing. Where is this frog? This is causing distress. No, I gotta call this one. I can't find it. I can't find him doing the artwork like that. Any of you in the comments can find where this render is, I will sleep at night. Okay, this one should be a lot better. Chain Chomp. That's Mario Party 8. I'm really shocked that I just knew that right off the cuff. Still so bothered by the toad. Next, Excite Bike. Yeah, that seems pretty close. Don't you love it when it's simple? That's Mario again. That's from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. There he is, Zelda. That's from Skyward Sword, I'm almost positive. But yeah, there she is. Beautiful, beautiful picture. We are off the first row. We are now on the second row. That's a Charizard. Like OG, red and blue, like Ken Sugimori Charizard. I didn't know any better. I'd say that was the like cartoon Link. It's Zelda 2, because like what other game does he look that off model? Yeah, it's Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Both NES Zeldas get a place on the mural. That's so cool. And our first Link, about time. I am so happy to say that next image comes from Metroid Dread. This is the second Metroid one too. Like, how cool is that? We have an Animal Crossing one, and not the character I would have initially expected, but a pretty good one, I think. What was her name? Is it Lola? Lottie. I think that's a great choice for Animal Crossing because she's the star of a whole spin-off game in Happy Home Designer. So yeah, very, very cute. And now we have the bros, one of the first ever images of the franchise from Superstar Saga. Here they are in all of their glory. Who's that Pokemon? Biggest square by far so far, and for good reason. It is the Fire Red and Leaf Green, like later generation Pikachu artwork. Oh no, he's throwing a baseball. It has to be artwork from NES Baseball, because if it's not, I'm not gonna know what to do from there. No, yeah, it's NES Baseball. I found the artwork right here. You know, when the NES first launched, it had a lot of sports titles, and that was some of the like bread and butter of the early NES years. Mario, that is almost certainly Mario Bros. 2, Doki Doki Panic, etc., etc. Look at how delighted the vegetable is. Another Animal Crossing pick. This is Tom Nook from the GameCube. Upon further review, maybe it's from City Folk? I looked at this outfit and assumed it was GameCube, but it might actually be City Folk. I was wrong on both accounts. This is Animal Crossing Wild World. All right, what is this dude's name? He's Dr. Kawashima from Brain Age, or perhaps Brain Training? That's one of those things where I have not played a Brain Age myself, but just due to Nintendo osmosis, I am aware of that guy. Link! Toon Link! That's a Wind Waker if I've ever seen it. This is the original Wind Waker rather than the Wii U remake. Another Samus, staying competitive. That is Metroid Fusion. Looking quite snazzy. Very cool that the R-Wing gets to be so close to Fox. But the ultimate question, where does that specific R-Wing come from? Looks very 64 to me. Doesn't, I know Assault had a much more involved and spiky R-Wing design, pointy. The only, like, method I was able to track it down was through a sticker in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. But if it's from Brawl, then I know that it's not from the 3DS remake, which means it has to be from 64. Mario Kart Wii. That image right there is like the poster image of like the entire game. There was even like a whole commercial just like centered around Mario and Luigi racing with like the Wii wheels. What is that? What is that thing? Oh, it's Samus. I didn't recognize her from afar. Feeling like that Super Metroid. I think it's this Samus picture right here. Back to Toon Link quickly. Minish Cap Link and Enslow. I have no excuse. I played this game last year. I know that pose. That is Super Mario Land for the Game Boy. He's got Taranza behind him even. I do like them adding Tatanga as like in case you didn't realize this was from Mario Land. Once again, we have original Ken Sugimori artwork, the watercolor style. This is, you know, Ho-Oh from Pokemon Gold. We're not even close to the bottom. I might be here a while. Rosalina. Yeah, that's the pretty standard, typical Rosalina from the original Galaxy. Now, there's an interesting one. Would that potentially be like Donkey Kong 94 for the Game Boy? No, I don't think so. That artwork is black and white. Is it a Game & Watch? It is Game & Watch. Looks a little different because this is showing like all of the potential options that Game & Watch, you know, screen can produce. Forget that those like open arms are there and it's the exact same image that they have here on the mural. How could we have a Nintendo mural without the original NES Bowser? The mural has like a tiny little blip of like flame on it. I don't know why they felt the need to include that, but NES Bowser. These maniacs put in 2 renders of the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake. I mean, don't get me wrong, these renders look nice. Like that is some of like the sweetest pair of overalls I've ever seen Mario wear, but like, really? And now we have Yoshi. That looks like Crafted World to me. Yeah, that's Crafted World, all right. Complete with the like felt texture that you can just feel through the screen. Okay, next we have a much clearer WarioWare. That is absolutely WarioWare Get It Together. That's Get It Together. Oh, I'm only now for the first time seeing Wario's really unfortunate undergarments. The next row, just because of these bigger boxes, the next one is right here, and that is Mario 3. It is this sprite right here, Raccoon Mario. I'm very happy to see some Fire Emblem representation. That is Chrom. When I think of like the 3DS era, like an Awakening, with how big of a game that was, I definitely think of Chrom. That's a pretty good choice. That is either Kamek or a Magic Koopa, and it is literally impossible to tell. This Kamek artwork comes from Mario Party Star Rush, which is one of the 3DS Mario parties. One of the most interesting ones that I've spotted so far. I only very recently got educated in this franchise thanks to Emio. That's Famicom Detective Club, Ayumi Tachibana. This image, which is like the one image in existence of Ayumi from the original Famicom titles. I changed all the text to black instead of white. It looks so much better. I wish I did this from the start. That is Princess Daisy doing what Daisy does best, playing sports. The ball appears to be green, so now I am certain that it is tennis. Is it Aces? Yeah, it's Tennis Aces. It's this Daisy. That is Mario upon Yoshi. I think he's got a Super Scope in his hands, and that means it's Yoshi's Safari. Mario has a gun. Nintendo acknowledges Donkey Kong Jr. He's holding a key, which is definitely this image on the right. The coloration doesn't look right. It looks closer to this image here, which is from DK Jr. Math. Either way, it's definitely Donkey Kong Jr. Hey, it's Dr. Mario. When was the last new Dr. Mario game? Was it the mobile title, Dr. Mario World, that no longer exists? Next up, it's Mario. This time, the opposite side of the gaming spectrum, from old to modern. That is Mario Wonder, and he's stuck in a pipe. There he is in all of his elephant glory. The Duck Hunt Ducks. To the bottom left of him, I think, is the Duck Hunt dog, but we're going to do this in order and start with just the ducks. This seems to be the European box art of Duck Hunt NES. That has both the image of the 2 ducks and the image of the dog. Really creative framing, though. I like that a lot. What Mario is that? Is that 6 golden coins with the little, like, wing hat? They're bunny ears. I guess they're not wings. I need to play 6 golden coins. Is that our 3rd Toon Link? I think that's Phantom Hourglass. Shout out to the Zelda DS games. That looks like Pikmin 1. Yep, this is definitely looking like the artwork of this poor Bulborb massacre, though he's taking a yellow Pikmin with him. That is an Inkling, specifically a Splatoon 3 Inkling. Here's the exact artwork from Splatoon 3 with the Tri-Stringer, which was like the new weapon type when the game was first revealed. Believe it or not, that next image is Captain Falcon. There is, in fact, F-Zero representation up here. I feel like I just recently saw this exact Captain Falcon in, like, F-Zero 99. I found the image, but I'm struggling to find where exactly it originates from. It is very cool looking, though. Villager, Animal Crossing, that is certainly New Horizons. I was really worried that that art, like that specific player artwork would be difficult to find, but like I found it instantly. It's Mario again. I mean, I say it like I'm surprised. I shouldn't be. On the left is the like original artwork from Super Mario Bros. I think it's actually the right image, which according to my research, seems to be a like 35th anniversary, like sort of recolor. Samus. I feel like I've seen that exact pose on like a Nintendo Power magazine. Cool looking pose. That's Stanley. Certainly you know Stanley. Stanley. We've got another Inkling. This one is the Splatoon 2 Inkling. And this one specifically is from the cover. All right, a new row. That is Captain Toad. It might not be like Captain Toad, like Treasure Tracker. No, it is just Captain Toad from Treasure Tracker. What in the world? There's no... Okay, I need a closer look. They're hockey guys. This is hockey. Kind of like, at least the middle one, looking very Toriyama-esque. One of the most delightful images of Kirby ever created. That is Kirby's Dream Buffet. It might just be the greatest image ever created by mankind. What is this thing called? Like a scuttler? Like a scuttle crab? This is a side stepper from Mario Bros. No Super in the name, just Mario Bros. Next, another Mario Wonder. That flower looks so serene. You would think that they'd have like a name of some kind, but no, it's just talking flower. That is Marth. Fire Emblem artwork has come a long way, but there is something really charming about this style. And just so I get my ducks in a row, the game is Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light. Super Mario Odyssey. I mean, Odyssey is just fantastic. That is Link. That is a proper, adult Link this time. On Epona, what's that in his hand? Oh, if it's a crossbow, I'm about to go ballistic. I was wrong. It is, in fact, Ocarina of Time. Adult Link riding Epona. This is beautiful artwork. We went over this one earlier when we had the Duck Hunt ducks. This is now the Duck Hunt dog. That's Yoshi again. He is on one foot, balancing on something, and that says Yoshi topsy-turvy to me. This wall is hilarious. KK Slider. KK Slider kind of looks the same in like every appearance he's ever had. You are never going to believe where this one comes from. This is from Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. We had our Sugimori Charizard earlier, so this is now Sugimori Venusaur. That's super appropriate. I assume Blastoise is going to be somewhere on this wall. Having all three of them, that's a great choice. Brain Age again, right? I'm not seeing it anywhere. Brain Age, Brain Training, Big Brain Academy. It's apparently a whole rabbit hole, but this is from Big Brain Academy. This is Dr. Loeb. Oh, that's Mario Kart. Probably Super Mario Kart? He looks little. He looks like he's in like a little tiny cart. Here he is. This is Super Mario Kart Mario, who is a girl next door, something Ashley. It's this Ashley, which it says it's from Get It Together. So we have two Get It Togethers. It's Yoshi again. Maybe this one is from Yoshi's Island? Yoshi's Island DS, Yoshi and Baby Mario. I guess Yoshi's Island, the original, just like doesn't have a whole lot of like great looking promo art. That doesn't feel possible. What Donkey Kong is that? Olympic Games Donkey Kong? Who are you? It's Donkey Kong 64. That's why he's got the fur, because it's like a 3D render. This is the big Kirby image, and of all Kirbys to choose, this is a good one. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I will never forget this pose, and I will never forget that game. There's a peculiar Mario. I mean, it's gotta be Mario Paint. Thankfully not too many different possibilities that one could have been. Okay, new row, new possibilities. Those to me look like the 3 Pikmin that are standing on the cover of Pikmin 3. I was wrong in that assessment. These are just straight Pikmin 4 Pikmin. Pikmin 3's Pikmin have like a little bit of like more naturalistic leaf coloring going up their stem. Pikmin 4 is a little more plasticky. Ring Fit Adventure. Maybe not a game that you would think of as something immediately deserving of the wall, but you know what? I really think it did. Like, I think this game is way more successful than you realize it is. I am startled it took this long for us to get a Luigi's Mansion piece of artwork. I mean, it's either Dark Moon or Luigi's Mansion 3. It's not made too many options. It is, in fact, Luigi's Mansion 3 with some spooky Luigi's Mansion lighting. Oh, well, there's your Dark Moon representation. Polterpup is right next to him. I really love when they like make these like a very appropriate for who's next to who. We have Link again, and I'm pretty sure that's Skyward Sword because I'm pretty sure the Skyward Sword amiibo is in that pose. Yes, that seems like a match to me. Oh, what is this called? Wait, I was just thinking of Pocky and Rocky. No, that's not what that is. You're on a melee trophy though. So if I look up melee trophies, okay, I found him. He's right here. Danbei and Hikari, which are the name of the characters. I assume this is Danbei. It's not what the game is, though. Shin Onigashima. Smash Brothers effect, if I've ever heard it. It warms my heart to see Mr. Saturn appear here with all the other Nintendo greats. This is Mr. Saturn from Earthbound, Mother 2. That's Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Very much Donkey Kong country through and through. Diddy is giving such not the mama vibes. That's Lakitu. It's not easy to tell with arts apart, so we're gonna have to really look closely. Here we go. Here's Lakitu. He's from New Super Mario Bros. U. Hey, that there is Shulk. It looks like the remake. It looks a little bit brighter. Monado boy. He looks so friendly. Shulk, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. It's on this wall in the name of all Homs. Of all games that are getting like such a modern day push, this is one of the most surprising. From a DS game and an untranslated Wii game to a group of 2 really gorgeous looking remakes. We have Ashley from Trace Memory / Another Code. What a cool honor for her to make it onto this wall. The Mario RPG remake Bowser. The combination of words Super Mario RPG remake is still blowing my mind, and the fact that this is here on the museum wall is really something else. So there's Mario 3 again, Raccoon Mario. However, this time, rather than being the in-game sprite, this is the cover art Raccoon Mario. Only instance of like artwork and sprite both being represented here, maybe. Speaking of original sprites, that's Luigi, the original palette swap himself. I know that Link. That's Link's Awakening Link. Or it could be an Oracle game. Yeah, I'm completely off. So this is a Link to the Past illustration Link. Donkey Kong Country Diddy Kong. Again, this time without DK with him. From Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. We've done 100 of these. We still got so much to go. Another Link. This is Breath of the Wild Link. Looking at Breath of the Wild depictions of Link, like it was this art like a lot of the time. That is the single most classic image from Super Mario Sunshine you could possibly get your hands on. Gotta get that Sunshine representation. What kind of wall would it be without it? Star Tropics? I think I'm wrong. Is it Urban Champion? Oh my goodness, I think I found it. This is Urban Champion, the Famicom box art. That is Mario Golf Super Rush. Pretty easy to track down. The one and the only Super Mario 64. Very interesting that is like in-game model style. Is this that like 3D All-Stars trick again? Yeah, it's specifically Mario 3D All-Stars. Definitely makes sense that there'd be a Mario Maker inclusion. It's weird that they picked Luigi, but I'm certainly not going to complain. This specific artwork of Luigi seems to come from Mario Maker 2. We've got Link again. I think I used that art when I was streaming Zelda NES. They like flipped this artwork. I really like that they put like original Link next to one of the most recent Zeldas. That is Zelda from Tears of the Kingdom. One of the most like divine looking Zeldas that like we've ever had. Like this is such an impressive look. Those two, Timmy and Tommy, also looking like they are from New Horizons. Timmy and Tommy looking all pleasant and in uniform. We have now another Game & Watch Juggle? Not called Juggle, it's called Ball. Just Ball. And of course we can't have Zelda Tears of the Kingdom without Link from Tears of the Kingdom. It's definitely a little interesting that for like the biggest image of Link on this wall, they went for the Tears of the Kingdom look. I mean, I get it, it's the most recent look, but I wouldn't say it's the most like definitive. That Pearl, they chose not to put Pearl with Marina, which feels illegal. Marina better be on this wall somewhere. I'm gonna go ballistic. One of the most intense Bowsers that we have ever received. Fury Bowser from Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Now that is Link's Awakening, but this time actually being from the remake. I could be playing Echoes of Wisdom right now, but instead I'm doing this. Now that, it looks like some NES Zapper, you know, nonsense if I've ever seen it. That looks like a wild gunman to me. I specifically wanted to see like what this guy's name was, if he had a name, but I don't think he's actually in the game. From what I'm looking at, he just seems to be like a box art character. Mario, wing cap. Oh, but wait, that's way too like modern of a Mario to be from Mario 64. This is from Mario 64 DS. That is certainly the Metroid Prime remastered render. One of the single coolest looking Samuses we have ever received. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Is that Tingle from one of like the Tingle like Japanese exclusive DS games? Ripened Tingle's Balloon Trip of Love. I have got to play this someday. Poochie! That Poochie does not look like a yarn Poochie. This one's thinking about eggs, and the one on the wall is not thinking about eggs. Couldn't tell what he was holding at first, but I know what it is now. That is Mario Wonder holding a Wonder Flower. The art on the mural has like this effect behind the flower itself, like the one in the game when you touch it. And I couldn't find that render. I just found this, but I mean, this is it. This is the render. It's from Mario Wonder. What is that? It's just a guy. Could that also be Famicom Detective Club? This is from Volume 2, I think, of The Girl Who Stands Behind. It is of the protagonist. I don't recall if they have like a name, or it's probably a name that you choose. So, but it's Famicom Detective Club. I just realized I jumped ahead a little bit. Yeah, well, when I went to Samus, I went down a row. I did these 4 early, and I skipped Link. What's really funny about that Link in particular, it's actually Link's crossbow training. My numbering system is going to be really messed up now, so it's fine. Oh my God, that's Barbara the Bat. To this day, I am still trying to figure, like struggling to understand what these games are. Jam with the Band, although this particular art, series is called Daigasso Band Brothers. We only got one game in it, which was Jam in the Band, or was it the same game that was just called Jam in the Band? And then she's also the host of Master of Illusion, which is this whole other thing that has like nothing to do with it. She's Barbara the Bat. That's Spirit Tracks Link. It is Spirit Tracks Link. They're really leaving no Link behind. This is wonderful. That's a Pikachu sprite. Is that like the original Pikachu sprite? No. Is it the red and green Pikachu sprite? You are really sly. That is Pikachu sprite from Pokemon Red and Green. There's a whole story, but it's the original Pokemon Red. I'm not getting into it. That is a Splatoon 1 Inkling. Once again, the girl Inkling. I mean, the girls just have the best fits. Yeah, it's definitely this specific Inkling from Splatoon 1. This one's pretty simple. It is the very first Link sprite from Legend of Zelda NES. We got Mario Galaxy with a Luma, as well as also the cover image for Mario Galaxy 1. One of my favorite Nintendo characters of all time, DK Barrel. Oh no, do I have to source where this particular barrel comes from. To me, the barrel that most closely resembles is this one, which says it's from the Play Nintendo website. That's certainly Foreman Spike. This is Foreman Spike from Wrecking Crew. Another obscure NES gem to add to the list. Finally, an appearance from Paper Mario. I think that's Thousand Year Door. It is original GameCube Thousand Year Door, not the Switch remake Thousand Year Door, because that one has just like a few more like papery details on this specific pose that I'm not seeing on the mural. What is that? Oh, that's... Is it like NES Tennis? Do we got another NES Sport cover to find? NES Tennis! NES Tennis, NES Tennis. Do you think the museum, like right next to this mural, has like a big list that just has all of this listed, like right next to it? Do I have to be doing any of this? Next image is Super Mario Party, complete with Mario's custom dice. Not a lot of room left down here. Uh-oh. This is where this row would have concluded with Tingle, Poochie, Mario Wonder, Famicom Detective Club. So, with that ending, we're going to go all the way to the next row. This is the Mini Mario from Mario vs. Donkey Kong, like probably March of the Minis, if I had to guess. If you try and Google Mini Mario, you're either going to get like the toy Mini Marios, or you're just going to get like Mini Mario. This is from Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2, March of the Minis. Ooh, I'm so glad you made the list. This is Agent 8 from Splatoon 2's Octo expansion. It's hitting me that like one day Splatoon 2's online will go down. We will no longer be able to purchase Octo expansion. How depressing is that? I can't believe an ice climber made it onto the wall. That's Nana. It's basically the only ice climber official drawing in the world. I'm sure if Popo were in this piece, they'd both be up there, but you know, this is what they have to work with. A second Mario RPG remake render, this time just of Mario himself. Perhaps the most puntable Mario ever invented? Samus returns. Not from Samus Returns. This image of Samus right here from Metroid Zero Mission. Very retro looking Mario. It might just be Jumpman. Pretty vintage. This is non-Super Mario Bros. Arcade Mario. Upon further review, I'm actually gonna say it's this version of the artwork because it looks a bit more like shaded and more accurate to the colorization. That's Dry Bones, and I think it's Dry Bones from Mario Party 8. So close, it's Mario Party 7. Well, that's a boo. Very blue boo. It says it comes from Mario Portal 2021. I have no idea what that is. And we had Mario Golf Super Rush all that time ago, so why not also have Mario Tennis Aces? There's two renders from Mario Tennis Aces between that and the Daisy one from like a while ago, so like, and there's even NES Tennis. There's a lot of tennis up here. And we've had a lot of NES sprites, so might as well also have Samus yet again in her NES form. That is the classic image of all of the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze characters. One big happy family. It's a gyro from Animal Crossing. I'm sorry, it's a gyroid. Lloyd the gyroid. I think this is the one where like if you got public works projects, he's the one that like takes all the donations. And this is from New Horizons. I've seen that Yoshi before. From Yoshi, I think. Or Yoshi's Cookie. This is the old Yoshi. No, apparently not. Apparently this front-facing Yoshi comes from Super Mario Advance 3. Like, so Yoshi's Island, but for the GBA? Well, that's Wii Fit. It's green and a silhouette. This is the PAL cover of the original Wii Fit. It's the tree pose. I'm gonna get extra on you and name the actual pose that she's doing. That right there is OG Donkey Kong skedaddling away with Pauline. Again, we got some very vintage art here. Pauline looks barely bothered. All right, so that's got to be Wii Sports. Bowling. I don't remember there being much art of Wii Sports. There is not much art of the original Wii Sports, but there is art of Wii Sports Club, which was a very like lukewarm follow-up on the Wii U that like I don't think anyone knows about, that they wanted to represent Wii Sports, but like they had to settle for Wii Sports Club. One of the last giant members of this mural. This is, of course, Isabelle from New Horizons. Absolutely deserves it. One of the biggest breakout Nintendo stars of all time. That Mario on that Yoshi, I think, is New Super Mario Bros. U. There's like a lot of art that's close. It is New Super Mario Bros. It's just New Super Mario Bros. Wii, not Wii U. We've got a squid form inkling. It's yellow, so that tells me Splatoon 3. It is, in fact, this squid right here from Splatoon 3. Of course, you gotta have the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe representation. The evergreen game that will never die. Interestingly, the next image is Lugia of the same Sugimori artwork, just like the Ho-Oh. Interestingly that they did both here. Like, I would have thought that some newer Pokemon would have been spread out somewhere amongst this, but shockingly no. I'm certain that there is so much Princess Peach Showtime art that they could have chosen, but they went for Super Princess Peach on the DS, and you know what? All the power to them. Would you believe it? Captain Falcon is on here for a second time. This is Captain Falcon from F-Zero GX. Port this game, please. And that's the whole title of the game. And what is a Galaxy 1 cover image without a Galaxy 2 cover image? There we go. Port this game, please. There is Fox. That is an N64 render, and I'm certain it's going to be infinitely easier to find than the Slippy Toad one that confounded me. There it is, found it instantly. It is very hopeful to me that there is this much Star Fox on the wall. That Peach, Mario Party Superstars? Or is it Wonder? It was Mario Wonder. I knew it was recent. 3 in a row here. These all look like targets from what I assume is Hogan's Alley. I find myself so enamored by like vintage Nintendo art. Angry dude with like fiery hair. You've got the like, please don't shoot me, I'm carrying my computer mouse lady. And we have the I'm way too into this cop. That's Zero Suit Samus, but I don't recognize the pose. I'm surprised I found it that quick given the obscurity of it. I don't think I've ever seen this Zero Suit Samus before. It's Zero Mission. Oh, Double Dash. I was hoping that Double Dash would be able to be up here. This is such a sick image. Look at Luigi. Oh my goodness. I am surprised that it took all the way up to here to get Pit from Kid Icarus. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be, because he's only got, like, 3 games to his name. But there he is, original Pit from the original Famicom cover. I hope there's an Uprising Kid Icarus image here somewhere. I'm so happy we get to see more Earthbound. This is Ness, his clay model. All the Earthbound characters, mother characters, got to like have these really cute clay models in their promo art. Yeah, there's Ness. That is the entire SNES Star Fox crew. Those are those hyper realistic versions of them that I was talking about earlier. It is as impressive as it is kind of uncanny. I am very surprised that Ochi gets to be on this wall twice. He deserves it, absolutely. He's the goodest boy, but like, getting closer to the end, and I'm kind of glancing at the last few that are remaining. Is Ochi gonna get to be on here twice and Olimar not once? Can't get more iconic than that. It is the original Mario Bros. Sprite jumping in his wahoo sort of way. Oh, that's a Mario mushroom. How am I going to source that? So it's a super mushroom for sure. I don't see too much shading on it, and the closest image on this list that it looks like to me is this one from New Super Mario Bros. 2. Jimmy T, of all characters, getting some representation. This is his artwork from, I almost said MarioWare. WarioWare, move it. Okay, that's the Triforce. I have an idea. I don't know why, but the link between Worlds Triforce is just so visually distinct. And I can't really put my finger as to why, but the minute that I saw that, I was like, that's Link Between Worlds, isn't it? I haven't even played that one. Pauline, classic new rebrand look from when she returned in Mario Odyssey with her big old hat. We haven't seen Kirby in a little while, so I'm glad that he gets a little more representation. This is his Kirby's Adventure NES sprite. What is that, Mario? He's got a hammer. It's interesting to me that Mario has not wielded a hammer as frequently as one would think. I'm immediately thinking it's a Mario and Luigi game. It looks like it could be a little more vintage than that. He definitely does look like he's rocking like 3D era, post Mario 64 proportions. I've been searching for a little while now, and no luck yet. Currently, I'm like deep diving in like Game & Watch gallery sprites. Am I stumped? There's no way I could be stumped on like a Mario image. The way it's drawn, it like screams GBA era to me. It's not Paper Mario, and you know that eliminates a lot of Hammer images right out the gate. My best guesses would be either it's Superstar Saga or like Partners in Time artwork, or it's from like you know, Mario Party Advance. Hold on, you are not gonna believe it, guys. I think I found it. I am like, no, wait, it can't be. So this artwork comes from Mario vs. Donkey Kong on the GBA. This is the original one that got remade. And I'm looking at the image on the mural, and it like doesn't quite look like that. It's the same pose. It's pretty darn close, so it's gotta be. But now that I'm looking again, the hammer is a different color. I'm genuinely stumped. In the comments, let me know what that Mario with the hammer image is from, and let me know where that Slippy Toad image is from. On to simpler images. This is the same situation as the Wii Sports image from before with bowling. This is from Wii Sports Club. Happy to see some Metroid enemy representation, not just Samus herself. And few are as terrifying as the Emmy from Metroid Dread. We are at last at the final 2 rows of the mural. Thankfully, we got an easy one to start with. This is one of the larger images on the wall of Twilight Princess Link. I may be losing my mind because I am yet again at a pickle. This is definitely, without a doubt, the player, character Red, from red, blue, green, etc. The image though has his like hand extended with the Pokeball in it, which is different from the image I have right here. Okay, never mind, I found it. It is a very minute difference. He also doesn't have a Pokeball in his hand, he's just like pointing. But this is from the red and green player sprite rather than the red and blue. That's the main villager, like the player villager again from New Horizons. We got one of those earlier. There's a lot of options though. One possibility as to why I'm having trouble could be that I am looking at the wrong place. Let me look at New Leaf. I don't see that particular player villager design amongst the New Leaf artwork. Almost positive that that's a New Horizons villager. It's not like a Smash skin. I have to call it. I have been combing images of Animal Crossing player villagers, and I don't see this one specifically, which is so strange because this feels like such a default model that I should be able to find like instantly. I'm pretty much convinced it's because I'm tired. That's why I can't find it. I'm glad DDD gets an opportunity to be on the mural in his like modern design, which I'm not sure how much I love, but it's grown on me. This is from the Return to Dreamland remake on Switch. Of course, here we have Deep Cut, our idol group from Splatoon 3, all together as they should be. That might potentially be young Link. Yeah, this specific Link image comes from Majora's Mask. I'm pretty sure Tattle, if that's the fairy's name. I'm not too familiar with Majora, but I know Navi is blue, and that is not a blue fairy. Giga Cat Mario, Super Saiyan Cat Mario from the Bowser's Fury mode. King K. Rool gets to be on the wall. How awesome is that? This is his like original render from Donkey Kong Country. Oh, what is that? Kind of just looks like a pole position car. No, it has eyes. I know what this is. It's this car right here. I'm certain of it. This is from Stunt Race FX for the Super Nintendo. Japanese cover, which I guess was called Wild Tracks. We've got another Mario and Luigi image here. Because Starlo is there, figured this had to be Bowser's Inside Story or beyond, and it is in fact Bowser's Inside Story. As Balloon Fight, isn't it? I feel like I've learned this mural's ways now. Let me look at the Famicom box art. That's Balloon Fight, all right. We've got Samus one more time, I believe. This is from Metroid 2 on the Game Boy. Sure, let's have Nabbit on the wall too. Why not? This is from New Super Mario Bros. U. Coming full circle all the way from when we saw Mario Maker Luigi from 2 all that time ago. This is Mario Maker from the first game. I don't know if I've seen that Bowser before. I have a really hard time believing that this Bowser is any older than like 2010. Took some time to track him down, but I did finally find this Bowser. This is a really cool dynamic Bowser, and you would expect it to be coming from Mario Wonder. This is that classic image, Super Mario World. You see it everywhere, of Mario riding upon Yoshi with the cape on his back. We got one more appearance from a Game & Watch game. This is Octopus from Octopus. Not the exact same sprite that's there. Close enough. I did not expect Dr. Mario to appear twice. That's really cool. It is this specific Dr. Mario image from the original Dr. Mario. You know, I'm pretty surprised it took this long for Ganondorf to show up in the mural, but here he is, and in his most recent Tears of the Kingdom look. What am I looking at? I can't make it out. I think I know. The only reason I know is because I saw the image on its right. I think we've got two Nintendog images in a row. The first one, like a Shiba getting a bath, and the second one looks like a Shiba and like a toy poodle, maybe? Unless I'm crazy, I don't think these images exist as like single like promotional PNGs or anything like that. These might just straight up be like photoshopped out of like game images, which I don't know how on earth I'm going to source that. I guess I need to make another Nintendogs to like, you know, get a up-to-date gallery. I'm very relieved to see that Captain Olimar does in fact get to make it onto the mural. This Captain Olimar comes from the Pikmin 3 short movies, but I'm seeing like a few Hey Pikmin images that also look like it could be that one. It's a little bit too far away for me to tell. This far in, I'm noticing I'm way more like okay with being wrong. We've got another Princess Zelda. This one is from Twilight Princess, and I didn't immediately recognize that render. I mean, it's Twilight Princess for sure, but it doesn't look like the usual Twilight Princess render, and I was correct. This artwork comes specifically from the Wii U remaster of Twilight Princess. And that image there, I am almost certain, is this one from Mario Kart 7. We are now on the final row of the mural. I'm so excited to be done, oh my gosh. I'm also so excited to see Marina. I'm so glad that they didn't like boot her off the wall. They just kept her away from Pearl. I guess they were being too saucy together. N64 Mario Party. Wow, it's the first one that came up. It is this Mario from Mario Party 1 and 64. That is a funky looking dice block. I'm very surprised by how much Twilight Princess artwork is like hitting us rapid fire by the end here. This is Wolf Link with Midna riding on top. I'm surprised there wasn't more Xenoblade on here, to be perfectly honest. This is only the second Xenoblade character overall. This is Pyra from Xenoblade 2. One more Star Fox character for the road. This, like the Fox McCloud that we saw a million years ago, this peppy hair comes from Star Fox 2. There's an easy one. That is Majora's Mask from Zelda Majora's Mask. This is really cute. This is from Snipper Clips, Snip and Clip. From the Switch. If you've never seen this adorable little game, it's a great little co-op puzzler from the early days of the Switch's life. So delighted to see one of my secret favorite Zelda characters, Marin, from the Link's Awakening remake, make it onto this wall. I'm glad Luigi's Mansion wasn't left with just one representative. Here we have Egad, who I also believe is from Luigi's Mansion 3. Another delightful inclusion, Toadette. Toadette has a lot of different appearances, but this particular outfit is a, you know, dead giveaway for being a part of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Very delighted to inform you that Bandana D is in fact on this mural. This art comes from Kirby and the Forgotten Land, but I find it interesting that this art appears to just be this art from Kirby Fighters Deluxe. Oh no, I'm sorry, Kirby Fighters 2. It's the same artwork, they just made him less angry. Is that image what I think it is? That image, to me, looks like Rosalina next to, like, a massive, like, monster truck. As a matter of fact, it is Rosalina on a really massive-looking monster truck from Mario Kart 8. Next is a Hammer Bro. This Hammer Bro appears to be this artwork from New Super Mario Bros. U. I've grown very accustomed to it now. This is NES Golf Famicom Japanese cover art. So clearly that's Ridley, but which Ridley? He looks like Meta Ridley, if I had to guess. These two Ridleys are the ones that look the closest to me. The one on the left is from Samus Returns. Then there's this one of Meta Ridley. This is from Smash Brawl, the Subspace Emissary. None of these images have been from Smash Brothers yet, so I'm willing to, believe that this is not from Smash. Nope, I found it. It is absolutely without question this image of Ridley, which comes from Metroid Prime Remastered. Finally have a male Inkling, or Octoling in this case. This is the male Octoling introduced in the Octo expansion. This is essentially Agent 8. What is that? Is that a space pirate? This is a space pirate, a Zebezian, a being from the planet Zebes. From Metroid Zero Mission, again! I can't believe how many images there are from Zero Mission. One more sprite. We have a Goomba sprite from the first Mario. Super Mario Bros. For the NES. I really say, like, the first Mario is the most confusing way I could have put that. I almost forgot about him. This completes the starter trio. We had Charizard, Venusaur, and now Blastoise, all in their original Sugimori style. I really, really love ARMS. So it is delightful to see that ARMS gets a representation on the mural. We get Springman getting his clock cleaned by Ribbon Girl. We are at the final 5 on the mural. This is just a regular old Koopa Troopa. We've had a lot of Mario enemies at this final row. This is the new Super Mario Bros. Not Wii or anything like that. This just seems to be like the original new Super Mario Bros. On DS. So this appears to be Danbei and Hikari again. You remember Danbei? Remember when we found that little blue-haired caveman like a million years ago? Apparently it's the same guy. I really want to go play this game now. I'm glad we get to have a little more Bowser. This is Bowser from, obviously, Mario 64. Once again, from the All-Stars gallery. We have an Octoling again, Agent 8 again. This time in the the octopus form. They have all 3 versions of the. I mean, I guess unless you count like side order, that's a lot of Agent 8. And finally, the last character on the board. It is Tetra from Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker. That's the whole board. I did not know what I was signing up for. I want to see what happens if I just turn off the look at without the background. Just there they all are. I could not find that Slippy Toad for the life of me, or that Hammer Mario. And there's a few other ones that I'm not 100% sure about, like the Nintendogs. I don't know where I would have found those. Oh, and that villager, that female villager, I couldn't find her either. So please let me know where I can find any of those images. I think this is a pretty amazing representation of Nintendo. There is such a wide net of variety displayed here, and even characters that have repeats, being able to see them in multiple art styles, multiple generations of their lives. There's a few things that I'm surprised to have not seen. Like I mentioned, I'm surprised that there's not a whole lot of modern Pokemon at all. A couple other just oddity characters. I'm surprised Rob isn't on here anywhere. Let's have a discussion in the comments. Let me know what characters you would have put on this wall. This was a lot of fun. I'm very tired though, and hopefully one day, someday in the far future, I will be able to see this wall for myself. But I'm signing off. Till next time.